Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ATS Season 2. It's been a while since the last episode, and you can fault that fully to Bus Simulator 18. I'm really loving that game. Anyway, we are back, and we're going to do a short drive from, where are we? We are in Tucson, I believe. Yeah, from Tucson going south to somewhere in Mexico. Hermosillo, I think, if I remember correctly. So in this episode, we'll do that short drive. We'll do a bit of Q&A, but first I have an announcement. An important announcement that might affect everybody. Dun dun dun. Sorry. And I have a bit of a story that you might find interesting. Anyway, okay, let's pick up the trailer and I'll share the announcement first and foremost. Oh, I love that. Beautiful. I really missed driving this truck. Also, you might notice a bit of a difference in my voice. Hopefully it doesn't get distorted. Actually, my part of my story is about that, but hopefully let me know what you think of the revised, if you notice any change in the voice, if it sounds better, if it doesn't sound better, if it sounds weird or something, let me know, okay? But yeah, hopefully you find it better because I did some tweaks with the voice and with the audio, and it should give me a more like podcasty voice. DJ Clumsy in the house. Not really, but yeah, that's the goal at least. Something a bit more, what do you say, more full, a fuller voice. Anyway, let me just attach this trailer, and then we will double check if the trailer cables are working properly. Wow, didn't get that in one go. I think the mirrors for this truck are, I always get confused, but I think they're up to 1.31 already. Oh, really? You wouldn't let me go? Okay, yeah, it's quite difficult. Fine. Please work. Now, why would it not work? Why wouldn't that work? Oh, there we go. That was a bit weird. Strange. Just needed a bit of a nudge. There we go. Alright, good. So as I showed, this will be the route. We will be passing through Tucson, Nogales. Why are there two Nogaleses here? One in the US area and one in the Mexico area. Must be a border kind of thing. Or must be, I don't know, maybe it's Nogales for both. What is H? Must be a Spanish word there. Anyway, let us pass through both of them just to be sure we discover them. Oh, thank goodness we don't pass through there. Okay, and then we drop by Santa Ana. I should be discovering that, I think. And then here, let's pass through here to unlock that dealer. Yes, sounds good. Good, alright. First things first, announcements. We are almost, as of this recording, at 10,000 subscribers in YouTube. We're almost there, guys. One of the biggest milestone in the channel so far. 10,000 subs. I never thought this day would happen. Well, actually, it hasn't happened yet, but yeah, I didn't think we would even get close to this one. But I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me so far. Thank you for all the likes, thank you for all the views, and hopefully you are enjoying the channel as much as I am making the videos. In line with that, I posted something in the community tab. You might have seen it already, but in case you haven't, in line with this 10,000 subscriber celebration, I will be doing a live stream. The live stream will be at Twitch, which is where I always do my live streams, twitch.tv/theclumsygeek. And yeah, hopefully you guys can join then. It will be on Saturday, this Saturday. Yeah, it's a very different timing. So it will be 7 p.m. Singapore time, Saturday. That's 1 p.m. in Europe, 12 noon in the UK, and 7 a.m. in the US Eastern time. I think that's most of the time zones. You can adjust as necessary, but yeah, that's around it. And that will be on a Saturday for all the different time zones, okay? So that's a very different schedule from the usual one, and I made that deliberate because I know that we have a lot of European viewers who cannot watch normally with the normal streaming time I have. So I specifically made adjustments to my schedule, as people from the UK would say. I just made adjustments to my schedule so I can stream at a friendlier time for the European folks. And in this way, everybody from every region can join. Asia, Europe, Americas. Oh, and Oceania, right? Even Africa could work. Yeah, why not? So yes, feel free to join me there. That is the major announcement, and we'll be doing an ETS2 MP stream, a multiplayer stream. We will try, with the operative word being try, to do a convoy, okay? We'll try to do a convoy. We'll try to make it work. I'm not sure how, but we'll try to do a convoy, so you guys join the stream and we'll figure it out together. We will see if we can manage to start one. Because I'm not sure if like too many people join, then there's too much lag and it's too disorganized or stuff, or the opposite, if no one goes and it's just me, then it's not really going to be MP, right? But yeah, everybody is welcome to join. Just don't be a troll, and you are more than welcome to join us in the convoy. Just join the stream at 7 p.m. Singapore time on Saturday, and we'll figure it out together. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so we'll probably do like one convoy. We'll decide where to meet up, where to go, and let's figure it out. Let's figure things out as we go. Let's just wing it. You know me, super organized. That's how I roll. And then after that convoy, we can probably do some kind of I actually bought Project Cars 2 as suggested by some of our subs. So I bought Project Cars 2, so after the convoy we can actually do like a multiplayer race. I haven't really done that before. Actually, when I was playing Project Cars 2 for the first time a while ago, I absolutely sucked. I couldn't even finish a race. I was always hitting the barriers, you know, overshooting my turn, my corners and everything. So it was just a disaster. So if we ever play, it will not be for competition's sake, it will be for fun's sake. Maybe I'll just go the opposite way and crash into everybody. I don't know. But we can at least have fun. So if you have Project Cars 2, we can maybe play together. I'm not sure how many players are maximum there, but everyone is welcome to join. Yeah. I'm not sure if we'll ever fill it, but we'll give priority. If ever we have too many players, I find that impossible to happen, but just in case, then we will probably prioritize the subscribers, the Twitch subscribers, yeah, the regulars, and then everyone else can join as well if you have some slots. But yeah, it would be a fun time, so go and join the Saturday stream, okay? It would be awesome. I'm not sure how much of a disaster it will be. Maybe we won't even have the convoy running, but at least we'll meet up and we'll try, right? At least if we fail, we fail together. Yeah, that's camaraderie. But I really wanted to, I really want that stream to be like for you guys, you know. So a lot of people have been requesting for convoys. A lot of people have been requesting for a different streaming schedule. So I try to satisfy those things as a way of saying thank you to all your support and for us reaching 10K or almost reaching 10K. I'm not sure if we'll reach 10K by then, right? So see you then, and yeah, hope to see you there. That's the end of the announcement. Now on to not really an announcement, but sharing, frustration sharing. I was to be honest with you, this is the second time I'm recording this exact route, this exact episode. I had to scrap the other one, the first one I did, where I did everything. I did the recording, I did the announcement, I did the Q&A, I drove the same route. And it's because the mic, so I told you that I was doing I did some changes with the microphone settings, some tweaks to improve the quality, hopefully. Turns out it's not too stable, and I think I haven't done the settings too well, so it's kind of bugging out at times. So what happened was, when I was finished recording that video, it actually, and when I was reviewing it, I found out that the audio was good only for the first like 6 or 7 minutes, and afterwards it was corrupted. So like the truck sounds were there, but my voice was like it's like not understandable at all. And I guess doing a Q&A, ooh, love that. Is that a Viper? And I guess doing a Q&A with that kind of voice and how do you say, unintelligible voice is not really the way to go, right? So I had to repeat the entire thing. So I tweaked some settings. I am crossing my fingers that it works now, but if not, if you reach this point, then that means until this point it's fixed. And if at some point the voice tapers off, then you'll know that it's screwed up again. Anyway, I'll do the review after the recording, so keep your fingers crossed that we retain the quality the entire time, right? Yeah, we will see. Okay, well, right, so yes, let's hope that this works now. And yeah, let me know how the quality of my voice is, alright? If you like it better, if you liked it better before, you can compare it with the video in the previous episode in the playlist. Good. The playlist link should be in the video description. So yes, that's it basically. So now we can proceed with the Q&A, because we actually have a lot of questions from you guys. Thank you for sending them in, and keep them coming, because I love answering your questions. I love discussing these points with you because I know they are relatable to you as well. I know you want to, I know that these are topics that you are interested in, and I'm happy to oblige. Yes. Alright, so what was that? Motorcycle. We have a couple of questions from Ansari. Thank you for sending them in. First one is, actually, the first question is to Kirill, the Gearshift trucker, the Foggy Weather mod author. And you probably know what the question is. When is Foggy Weather coming out? I'm sure that question is at the top of everyone's mind when it comes to Foggy Weather. But unfortunately, I do not have an answer, and neither does Kirill. It's ready when it's ready, and I hope to get some news this month. I'm not sure if there will be a release this month, or maybe a new beta version, but there should be some news this month at the very least. We will see how it goes, but whenever something comes out, I'm sure I will keep you posted. Yeah, I won't leave you in the dark. So if something comes, Kirill will let me know, and I will let you know. Yeah, so don't worry about it. And now we are crossing over to Mexico. Good. So start with the questions from Ansari. Alright, do you always wear seatbelts? Do you always wear a seatbelt if you're riding, even if you are riding in the rear seat? And this is actually interesting. Ouch. Because so Bricks had like a reaction to this question, and he said, Bricks from the Pro Mods team, why does sitting in the back affects seatbelt wearing ability? I mean, from his point of view, why should it matter if you're at the back or at the front? And it's a very good point. But strangely enough, this is a thing. I grew up in Manila, in the Philippines, and from as far as I know, it wasn't always the case that seatbelts were required. Like it was only fairly recent that it was made into law. So not everyone was adopting the practice of wearing seatbelts. And even though most of the people have started and have been adopting it, it's only mainly applicable for folks in front of the car. Like even, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think the police only check mainly the people in front, especially the driver, if they're wearing seatbelts. They hardly check the people at the back. And I guess the justification there, however wrong it must be, is that the people at the back anyway have cushions because they have there are seats in front which will block their way, right? Like the seatbelt as well. Like they won't go far. But that's the very wrong impression. That's totally erroneous. Where should we be going? Go straight and then turn right. Okay. That's completely erroneous. Because if you're not wearing a seatbelt at the back, then you can go flying wherever, depending on the angle of the impact. So seatbelts are totally required still for people even sitting at the back. But yeah, it's not a very common practice. I guess the knowledge needs to be transferred more, and you know, people need to get used to wearing seatbelts not only in front but also at the back, that kind of thing. Pemex, that I think is a real gas station here, huh? Very nice city with some specific Mexican establishments. What is that guy doing? I think he was afraid. Oh, he said, "Oh crap, that's Clumsy. Have to be very, very careful. You can never predict Clumsy trucking when it strikes." Okay, but yes, that's how it goes. So me personally, I'm a goody two shoes. Okay, so I'm a stickler for the rules. That's why I love Singapore. Singapore is filled with rules, very clean, very organized process. I love it with I love that structure, you know. I'm not one of those people who just loves to like break the law or not follow it at all. I love following the rules because I believe that the rules are there for a purpose. Now, if the rules are there just for the sake of having rules, then that's a different story. But in the topic of seatbelts, I would say it's a very reasonable thing. Yeah, it's for our own safety. I mean, why the heck would you not wear a seatbelt? Maybe it's too uncomfortable, but for the safety it provides, would you not bear that uncomfortableness? Is that even a word? Very nice trailers that we're seeing here from the trucks. I love the variety. Can we go? It's not yet our turn. Okay, fine. Yeah, but it's quite interesting. Like, I know people who are very seatbelt phobic, you could say. Like, they hate seatbelts. And they try to do everything to avoid seatbelts. To the point that, you know those cars which beep, which give that sound, that noise when you're not wearing your seatbelts? Like that has an alarm thing that really annoys the heck out of you to nudge you towards wearing a seatbelt. Some people actually attach the seatbelt, so they attach the seatbelt to the notch, but the seatbelt is behind them, so they're like sitting on the seatbelt. The seatbelt isn't in front of them, it's behind them. And I absolutely have no idea why would do such a thing, because if I imagine it, that is even more uncomfortable, like than having the seatbelt in front of you, having it at the back, just sitting on that metal part. That's so awkward. I mean, why would you do such a thing? I absolutely cannot understand that point. And some people, I guess, do not like seatbelts because, I don't know, they like living life on the edge. They feel cooler when they don't wear seatbelts or something. I don't know, they are, I don't know, maybe there's a conspiracy theory that seatbelts are I don't know, part of some evil scheme. I am not sure, but some people really don't want wearing seatbelts. Me, I'm the opposite. I love wearing seatbelts. It's a part of my routine. I always wear seatbelts, even if it's just like 2 blocks away, because you never know, right? You never know. Why risk it? It's a matter of just spending 1-2 seconds to attach your seatbelt. Why not be safe? Why risk it at all? Yeah, it's all about safety. I love the buses that we're seeing. I have the Mexican bus pack from Jazzycat. So we're seeing all these Mexican brand buses, I guess. That one? I guess that's Mexican. And they only appear when you're actually in Mexico. It's quite nice. But yeah, seatbelts, wear them guys, wear them please. And some people might argue that yeah, in some cases seatbelts can actually be the cause of more serious accidents, maybe depending on the angle, depending on the actual circumstance. But I mean, at the end of the day, it saves you more than it hurts you. Yeah, so if you're playing the odds, then the odds are in your favor if you wear a seatbelt. So yes, definitely in favor of seatbelts, and I am a huge supporter. Yeah, how about buses? Seatbelts in buses. Now that's an interesting thing, and that's where I would pose the question back to you guys, because here in Singapore we have a very progressive transport system. The buses are top of the line. You know, our bus lines are everywhere, so you can go almost anywhere using buses. But seatbelts are not a thing. The only place where there is a seatbelt in a Singapore bus is behind the last row and the middle seat, the one which is exposed to the aisle, if you get what I mean. So I'm not I get why there's a seatbelt there, but I don't get why there are no seatbelts in the other seats. Maybe it's because city buses are meant to drive so fast anyway, so maybe legally it's not needed. I'm not really sure. But you guys let me know, okay? You guys can help me out if you know more info about that. For those who are bus fans, why are buses not required to have seatbelts? Or are they? I doubt they are. At least, probably not in Singapore, because Singapore is very, as you mentioned, very much a stickler for the rules, and I doubt they skip that if that was like a safety hazard or something. So I'd be happy to know what the reason is, but yeah, you guys let me know. Good, raining. Turn on the wipers here. So I'm really not sure, but what was that? Were those clouds you saw? Like shadows on the ground moving at a very fast pace. Accident. Man, I love the texture on this road with the cracks and stuff. That's beautiful. And with Kirill's skies up ahead, look at that view. Phew. This is just such an amazing view. Good. Alright, so yes, that's the matter of seatbelts. Thank you for the question. And Ansari's next question is, what do you usually do while traveling in a train or bus? One second, let me go through this speed bump. Do you read or sleep or what? So I'm a guy who is I hate being idle, and actually Mrs. Clumsy is so proud of me about this. I'm not sure if it's something to be proud of, but she always says she's so proud of me. This feature of mine, this trait of mine. I hate being idle. I want my time to be as productive as possible, as occupied as possible. So whenever I go on a bus, whenever I go on public transport, whenever I'm not driving, I will most likely read a book. And that's why I have a Kindle e-reader, and it's like, wow, the best gadget ever. So nice to read books from there. And it's just such a useful tool. So yeah, definitely always reading as much as possible. Actually, even if I'm not in Manila, even if I'm driving, sometimes I read, because the traffic is terrible. Like sometimes you would be stopped for like 5 minutes on the road because of the traffic, or more than 5 minutes at a time, and so you can actually read, squeeze in a few pages. That's how how much I try to squeeze in and be productive and multitask and stuff. Although nowadays you can't do that anymore, because there's a new law in the Philippines that was implemented, distracted driving law, something like that, which basically is means you cannot hold the phone, you cannot open a phone or any gadget while you're driving. Otherwise, the cops can catch you. Do I have my lights on? Yes, I do. It's a bit dark, huh? Okay, fine. And recently, I've started getting into podcasts, so I started listening to them. Such an awesome... Oh, why did I toot my horn? One sec, let me just slow down a bit here because we are... Oh crap. Oh crap. Thank you, Volvo braking. No warning at all. There's just a checkpoint, no signs whatsoever. You guys are sneaky. They want to keep it undercover, this checkpoint. I wonder what they're expecting to find, huh? Wink wink. Anyway, so yeah, I recently started getting into podcasts and I'm really enjoying it, listening to so many podcasts as much as I can. And I always listen to them during the downtime, even like doing menial tasks. I love listening to podcasts when I'm doing those, like when I'm washing the dishes, when I'm cooking, when I'm folding clothes, when I'm organizing clothes and whatnot, all the chores, cleaning. Oh, what is this? I have a bad feeling about this. I remember this from the first playthrough. There is a... yeah, I think it's a bug, yeah? Overlapping road and whatnot. Actually, in the original video, the one that got corrupted audio, I crashed into that thing. Got like 3% damage, but thankfully the trailer was not harmed. So now at least deja vu. It's just like Back to the Future. Wow, time travel wins. Didn't we just have a time travel episode, a Q&A about time travel, and now I'm actually doing it? How cool is that? Anyway, yeah, so I listen to podcasts as much as I can. I try to fill my time. I try not to be idle as much as possible. And so even when I'm doing the menial tasks, the chores, I try to listen to podcasts, and I'm so into them now that I'm kind of reprogramming my brain, you know. Instead of thinking, oh, I have to wash the dishes again. Now I have a different mindset. Now I'm saying, wow, now it's time to listen to podcasts again. Let's go wash some dishes so I have an excuse to listen to podcasts. Because if I just listen to podcasts without doing anything, I'll feel a bit guilty. I would think like, oh, I could be recording something, or I could be working. I could be working on something instead of just listening to a podcast. Yeah, so I can only listen to a podcast when I'm traveling, when I'm doing a chore. That's how my brain has these rules set out. So I actually trick my brain into thinking that washing dishes is a good thing. Doing chores is a fun thing because I can squeeze in podcasts with them. Yeah, and that's one way of doing things. If you absolutely hate something, find the silver lining. Find something that you can do alongside it and focus on that instead. Yeah, that's Clumsy's tip for you. Maybe it will help you, yeah? Like if you're doing homework, I don't know what you can do with it. Maybe listen to music, or maybe you can reward yourself afterwards. And so when you're doing something that you absolutely hate, focus on the thing that you can do after that or during that, so that you can enjoy the experience. Yeah, that's one way of, how do you say, hacking your brain. Yeah, that's a trick that you might be able to use. Let me know if it ever helps you out, or if you're doing the same thing, a similar thing. Alright, but yes, thank you for the question, Ansari. His last question is a bit strange. What animal would be the cutest if scaled down to the size of a cat? I mean, the size of a cat is probably like a foot long, right? 12 inches, 30 centimeters, something like that. I'm not really sure. I do like fluffy pets. The fluffier, the better. But maybe, I don't know, maybe a panda? Can you imagine a panda that's only as small as a cat? That would be probably the cutest thing ever, because pandas themselves are super cute already. And you make them smaller, you make them like more compressed, probably even better, right? I don't know, what do you think? What do you think? What's the cutest pet if you make them as small as a cat? Thank you for that question. And then he had some more, actually, different set. What's the best worst practical joke that you have played on someone, or that was played on you? This was actually I actually answered this before. Jay actually asked the same question before, similar question. And just to give a summary of it, I'm not a very fun guy, you know. I'm not the life of the party. In the party, I'm the guy who doesn't speak at all. I'm the quiet guy. Maybe I say a sentence or two. Maybe sometimes it's funny, most of the time it's not. But I'm not the life of the party. And so I'm not really a prankster. Yeah, I'm just kind of quiet and just sticking to my own business. And so in turn, people don't usually... Oh, so nice buses. People don't usually prank me as well because of that. So it's like, I leave you be, you leave me be. Something like that. Maybe they look at me as too serious, so they don't try and bother me at all. Maybe they think I have a bad temper or something. Or maybe I have a bad temper, maybe I just don't know it. Who knows, right? But yeah, it's not a very... I don't usually prank people. His next question is, what is the spiciest thing you have ever eaten? And this is such a timely question because actually we are going to this place next week. So next week is a long weekend here in Singapore. Me and Mrs. Clumsy are going out, so there will be no Clumsy Trucking Friday next week. On the... what date is that? 15th, was it? Of June? I will be out then. And we will be going to... Where do you guys think? I'll give you a second to think about it. I might have mentioned this before already. This is my favorite cuisine. We're going to Thailand. Bangkok. By far, food in Thailand is the spiciest I have ever eaten. Like, we have this... It like sounds like a joke, but it's actually real. Oh man, I took the wrong turn. Let's make a U-turn in here because I should have turned on the other one because I want to discover that dealer. One sec. One sec. Just squeeze in here. Oh man, climb the curb a bit. That's fine, we can do it. Let's make this gas station a U-turn slot. Good. Alright, looks better. So yes, it sounds like a joke, but it's actually real. Whenever we go to Thailand, we would need literally 1 day of adjustment period. Like our first day that we are there, we absolutely will not be able to taste anything. Because whatever we eat, it will be super spicy, that we will just be constantly crying and sweating buckets because of how spicy things are. So we would need 1 full day, and the next day we can then enjoy and appreciate all the cuisine, the Thai food. Oh man, I can imagine it. Green curry, pad thai, tom yum, lard moo, all those salads and everything, all the spicy stuff. Although to be fair, in Singapore it's also food is also very spicy. So I'm hoping that the food in Bangkok, in Thailand, is not too spicy anymore from our point of view, because we've had a lot of training in Singapore. If you've seen some of the dishes in Singapore, They are completely, literally filled with chilies. Filled with chopped chilies. Like it would be like chilies with a topping of meat. Chilies with some rice on the side. It looks something like that. It's that hardcore. And I've tasted different cuisines, like Western, Eastern, whatnot. But so far, hands down, Thai food takes the cake when it comes to the spiciest. Yes. So yes, that's the clear winner. And now I want some Thai food. But yeah, no question about it. For sure, some countries have spicy food as well, but I don't think they're at the level of Thai food. Soriana. Is this a famous mall in Mexico? Cool, and we are here. So I'll be stopping on the Q&A for now. But just to remind everybody, stream on Saturday, 10K sub special. We'll be streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/theclumsygeek, 7 p.m. Singapore time. That is 1 p.m. European time, 12 noon UK time, 7 a.m. Eastern US time. Yes. So see you then. We'll try to do some MP convoy thing in ETS2. We'll probably be joining the ETS2 US server because the US server gives me a bit lower latency, so better experience. We will see. Can I make it like that? I think I can. It's a bit tight though. Might actually hit this other trailer. We can do it slowly. Okay, good. Let's just adjust a bit. Make sure we're not hitting anybody. I cannot measure my front. Yeah, I hit something at the front. Gotten so used to driving capovers, European trucks. But yes, just join the stream and we'll figure out how to do the MP convoy. And then we can probably do a Project Cars race afterwards. You guys can absolutely decimate me there. I'll be sure for sure I'll be the last place and stuff like that. I'll probably just be the joker on that race. There we go. I'll take that. Not the cleanest parking, but it will do. We are good. Ah, excellent. Okay, no damage. I'm happy with that. Short and sweet ride. 40 minutes, almost. And I'm hoping that the audio is much better now. Oh man, really crossing my fingers. Because I would hate to repeat this for the second time. Anyway, we'll leave it there for now, guys. I made my announcements, did a bit of Q&A. I am happy. So let's leave it there. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you on Saturday. That's the 9th of June. Yes. For the 10K sub celebration. I hope we reach 10K by then, but if not, no problem. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button if you did enjoy. Share with your friends and comment. Looking forward to your comments. Really enjoy it when I get to interact with you guys. And more so when it's live. So see you on Saturday. Anyway, thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Clumsy Trucking. Clumsy signing off. Train horn for the win. Bye-bye.